it's Sin, and this is part 2 of my breast cancer journey. So, after hearing the words breast cancer, I was in disbelief. I was sitting there thinking, this is unreal. Like, no. They diagnosed me with invasive breast ductal carcinoma with mucinous differentiation. She also explained that it's a strong possibility that I would need to remove my right breast, so a mastectomy, and that the team of doctors will walk me through everything in a plan to tackle this. Before getting off the phone with her, she scheduled me the next day. I was able to get in the next day for an MRI. And the MRI would give better images, a deeper look, not only of the right but the left. And so the next day, January 8th, 2026 comes. I do my MRI. I was actually in and out. Everything was moving fast after that phone conversation with the doctor, from her getting me in for MRI on January 8th, 2026, then being scheduled to meet with the team of doctors to go over everything in a plan on January 13th. So that Tuesday comes, I meet with the doctors. So I met with the oncologist first. I'm sitting down, he's explaining everything in details. And when I mean detail, very, very informative. It was so much information he was throwing at me. He would also stop and ask if I had any questions. He was thorough, very thorough, and I am very much appreciative of that. He did tell me he could not give me the stage, and to this day I still do not know the stage. And the reason was because he wanted me to go back for another biopsy and to take samples from the lymph nodes on both the right and the left side, based on what they saw in the MRI. So he did, I never saw the MRI scans or anything. So he did show me the scans and explained that there were additional tumors and that one of the lymph nodes on the right looked suspicious that hadn't been biopsied. So in the first video that I did, I mentioned that they did a biopsy and the lymph node they biopsied came back benign. But there was another one there. Again, additional findings. He also wanted me to do a CT scan to make sure that it had not spread. And he was very confident that it hadn't. But again, he wanted to be sure. So while I was there, more results had came in that I had not received yet. So he shared them with me right then and there. So I am ER positive, PR positive, and HER2 positive. He also explained I would have to do radiation as well as chemo, and that I am going to do chemo first before surgery, before radiation, and then coming back for reconstruction. So it was, he also talked about fertility. He asked if I had any kids, and I told him yes. I have a 14-year-old son and a 8-year-old daughter. He said someone will be reaching out to talk to me more about that because, the older we get, egg production decreases, and if I had planned on having any more kids, they would do the egg retrieval. So it was a lot of information, but I appreciate his honesty and how thorough he was. Next, I met with the surgeon. He explained everything from his side and recommended a bilateral mastectomy. And the reason, and again, I already prepared myself for the right. Now I have to mentally prepare myself for the left. So he said it will mainly to reduce the chance of it going into my left. So I had to take that in just for a second. However, I understand this is about my health, you know what I mean? And so I needed to hear it all, no matter how much information was coming at me. And, you know, meeting also with the plastic surgeon who also recommended the same thing. She explained that she would place tissue expanders in first, basically like temporarily fillers that prepare the skin and muscle for the implant. So the reconstruction will come much, much later. So right now we have chemo, we have surgery, we have radiation, who also spoke to someone about that as well. And then the reconstruction of the breast, the implants. So going back to speaking with the oncologist, he scheduled for me for a CT the next day. So this is where I had my CT. I was able to take a picture of this only. So this was January 14th. And I go in for my CT, in and out as I was with the MRI. And the results did come back January 16th as normal. So thank God it had not spread. And that was the main concern. He wanted to make sure that it didn't. And again, he was confident it didn't, but he was just being thorough. So my CT is normal. And this is on January the 15th when I got my biopsy of the lymph nodes on the left and the right. And they did see a larger one on the right that they did biopsy, that they took a specimen to get tested. It was deeper, which I didn't even know. So that was surprising to hear. And so once they were finished doing the biopsy on the left and the right, we leave. I have yet to receive those results, so I'm not sure what they're going to say, but as soon as I know, you'll know. This is my video diary of going through this. All I know right now is that I am scheduled for January 28th, 2026 for the IR port placement that they will put for chemo. And the chemo medication will be TCHP. And right now, I'm just praying, keeping my faith, grateful for my village, grateful for the outpouring of love and support, and a reminder to let God handle it. Even though I felt completely blindsided by all of this, I know that I'm good and Jesus got me. So I will have part 3 when I have an update. And thank you for tuning in. And again, thank you so much for your prayers and continued prayers. Jesus can turn anything around. So let God handle it. And if this is part of my journey, again, I'm here to share, and it's part of my story. But I know I'm good. Thanks.